Happy trails to you.
Sunset Rewind, the semifinals edition. How was your weekend, Coach?
Well, let's see. Harbor lost. Del Mar lost. Los Al lost. My gutty little Bruins, for whatever reason, don't like to play defense. They lost. My weekend sucked. Thank you for asking. How was yours?
Well, it wasn't quite that eventful, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed that the Sunset League teams, all three of them, bowed out in the playoffs.
I knew there'd be some tough competition and some close ones, but I didn't think all three were going down.
I wasn't expecting that. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't, and it's just unfortunate. All of them had great seasons though, and they all left it on the field. So
why don't we just rip this Band-Aid off and get to it?
Yeah, our first highlight is going to be brought to you by the Wild Goose Tavern. They're the official sponsor of the Newport Harbor Sailors. The Wild Goose Tavern, otherwise known as The Goose.
In fact, we'll be going to The Goose in about 30 minutes as soon as we wrap up here, and I can't think of a better place for therapy if you're one of those disappointed parents because there's some heartbreakers. Have
a great meal, enjoy the ambiance, come on down with some friends, the Wild Goose in Costa Mesa.
All right, let's do this. Please pull it up. All right, here we go. So Newport Harbor was at Cypress in the semifinals. They actually had a great first drive. The first touchdown of the game was a pass from Joseph Colton to Josiah Lamarque.
That touchdown being brought to you by the Wild Goose in Costa Mesa. Great job for the Sailors there.
All right, and that would be the only scoring for the first half because of somebody like Cameron Denoon, who had an outstanding night. He's the defensive end. He's going to do a great job engaging the tackle, fighting, finally gets off the block, taking on Aiden Houston, which isn't easy to do because he's one of the most athletic quarterbacks you're going to find. And then later on in the game,
Lamarque.
With Harbor backed up in their own end zone, they're going to throw a little middle screen. He gets a block from the other wideout, gets a block from a lineman.
Great job,
a block
Sailors.
from another lineman. And remember, on screen passes, you don't have to, land a knockout blow. Just disrupt the defender enough that he's not able to make the play. So Harbor was able to get out of their own end zone, pick up some yards. And then next quarter, one of the reasons why Colton's going to be playing football on Saturdays is right here. Should be getting sacked, buys time, under duress, throws the ball to Payton Irving, who catches it. Should be a 6-yard loss, but becomes a 26-yard gain, again, because the quarterback was able to buy time and get the ball into the hands of his athletes. Now, let's start the third quarter. Cypress will come out and have a good drive. Harbor is in great position to make the play defensively, but, a great throw and catch will always beat great coverage.
Can't defend that.
No, and that was perfect position for the defender. There was nothing he did wrong. So, we advanced to the fourth quarter. The scenario is this. It's 4th and 1. Harbor's down 1. All right, so you're thinking maybe they run the ball. Coach Lofthouse decides to go play action. Josiah Lamarque down the sideline, brings it in. It's going to set up his teammates with the 1st and goal situation, which would be huge because on the very next play, Colton Joseph.
Kojo.
He's going to sell run. Pull it, get outside the defensive end and into the end zone now. Just like that, fourth quarter, Colton. Harbor's back on top, much to the delight of their fans. Now they're going to go for 2 here because at this point it's 12-7. All right, he's going to take a step forward like he's running the ball.
Yeah, this was interesting.
It looks like a little mini kneel down. But then Kashton Henjum makes his first big play of the night. Remember, he got banged up a little bit early on, so he wasn't as effective, playing at about 50%. So now Harbor's up 7, but Cypress would come right back. Matt Morrell, their money wide receiver, would catch a little slant, and he'd take it off to the races. And just like that, we got a tie ball game.
Wow.
Both teams would have a couple chances to take the lead after that touchdown, but it would come down to this, a field goal. Now, I want you to watch the kicker. The field at Western High School is not the most ideal to play football on. He's actually going to slip, but still somehow gets it over. And right now, if you're Harbor, you might want to pause this. Because that was the difference between going to the CIF championship and the season being over. And, your heart breaks for these kids. This is the second time now that I've covered a game where one of the teams lost. The first was Edison.
Yep.
And, we've gotten to know these players, their parents, the coaches. And, it's heartbreaking. You almost feel like a parent when you just see the pain and anguish in these kids' eyes. And, you try to give them a high five and talk them up, but, nothing we say or do is going to make them feel better. That's one of the worst feelings there is.
Yeah, we talked to several of them after the game, and it was tough. I I told them all that it was, an honor and a privilege to watch them all play and wish them all the best. And, it's going to be fun to, watch them play on Saturdays. They're all, a bunch of fine young men that are going to continue their football careers. So it's going to be interesting to see where they end up, and it'll be fun to follow them and watch them in college.
I had a really good conversation with Coach Diavla early in the week, and, his son Carson's one of their outstanding players, and he was talking about this senior group who were called the Goonies.
The Goonies.
They got that name because he used to all ride their bikes to practice their freshman year, and the coach, it reminded him of the Goonies. These guys have been buddies since they were like elementary school.
Yep.
All right, so this bond goes way back. And, I know it hurts when you play your last game with these guys, but these are guys that have been friends for a long time. They'll continue to be friends. Heck, they might even be coaches someday at Newport, and, they'll be coaching their kids.
Yep.
It's a special group, but you hate to say goodbye, but
no,
it is what it is. In fact, we have a special guest I want to bring on real quick. So we have a team here. We've got Murphy and Cole who do the production. We got Eric Ramos who goes to the games. Teran Rodriguez, who's a Harbor alum.
Reporter extraordinaire.
Bleeds blue because he's a big Tar fan. Why don't you come on
over.
Teran, give him your parting shout out and maybe a final message to the seniors. Now, you want to be over to my nice shirt, by the way.
Look at Teran. Wow.
Now, by the way, this is not a wedding speech, so it doesn't have to be long. Just say what you got to say.
Hello, everyone. All right. For Newport Harbor, obviously it was a tough loss, and they gave it their all in that game. They held Cypress to their lowest scoring output of the season in 17 points. They even shut them out in the first half. It was quite the battle. It could have gone either way, but it's a game of inches, and unfortunately they just fell a few inches or feet short. But the seniors really stepped up this year. They made their mark. They have this team trending in the right direction. And you underclassmen, you better get ready because next season starts when Coach Lofthouse does. So to Newport Harbor, congrats on a great season, and the future looks bright. And to the seniors, best of luck going forward.
Teran, as a parting gift for you, we desperately wanted to get you a CIF championship ring, and we were going to buy you one, but that's not going to happen. But we voted as a staff. We want to give you the first one of hopefully many Sunset Rewind Employee of the Year awards. You've earned it. Enjoy every single bite or lick or however you decide to consume that. You did a lot of good work for us, so thank you.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Kevin.
That was T-Rod. And after you finish that, maybe we'll head over to the Goose and buy you a Pepsi.
So the CDM Sea Kings had to go on the road to face Yorba Linda in the semifinals, Coach.
I didn't think we'd be playing this song to that team going into this game. I knew it was going to be a heck of a battle, and I was really surprised by the score. But, all good things have to come to an end, and unfortunately for CDM, it was in the semifinals.
So the CDM highlights are being brought to you by the Sunset 17 studio right here where we're at right now, Coach, located in beautiful Costa Mesa, California.
If you want to come and do a podcast, you can talk about politics, religion. Those are always hot topics, right? Cooking.
Film a
military,
TV show.
Sports, do a TV show, whatever you want. It's right here on 17th next to The Goose.
The Goose. Come on down and talk to our buddy Murphy Carges. He'll hook you up and put you in the right direction. Here we go. We have some highlights here from Yorba Linda. David Rasor takes a snap in his usual shotgun formation. Look how much time he has due to the great blocking by the offensive line here of the Sea Kings.
You give Rasor time to throw, and he's going to carve up any defense. That's a great job by that front.
Great route by Cooper Hoch coming back to the ball here and getting some open space, and he's going to carry it for a couple yards after a catch.
That's a big stat. Yards after catch. They call it yak.
A little later on in the game, back to Rasor. We have a little read option here. Turns into play action. And Rasor
throws
looks
with
back.
the defender in his face.
Now watch Kubichek go up and get this ball. Just takes it from the defender. Touchdown, Sea Kings.
That's a nice job by Mason using that reach of his and that vert.
And that touchdown was brought to you by the Sunset 17 Studios. A little later on, we have Colin Pene here. Little read option. Now look at Pene. See the cutback lane here and turn on a dime.
Yes, he's got that vision, anticipation. That's one of the things that makes a great back is your ability to anticipate. And then he cuts there. And he's only a junior, so CDM Nation, feel good about the fact you got some key players coming back, and he's one of them.
This is a great play design by the CDM offensive coordinator. Watch Zach Giuliano just kind of sneak down the line from the left side to the right side, and he's going to go unnoticed for a moment here, but that's all it's going to take, Rasor.
This is that zone pass concept, and CDM likes to run that a lot down near the goal line.
Rasor boots out to his right here. Now he's going to have a slight window of opportunity to get to the ball to Giuliano here, and he takes advantage of it.
And really, they have it covered quite well. But, yeah, you're right. He finds the window and hits his receiver. But that was a good job by the defense recognizing it. But CDM did a better job executing.
So here we go. Want you to notice,
Look at that
once
circle.
again, that circle, because every offensive lineman has somebody blocked on the Yorba Linda front. Watch how much time Rasor has to throw this ball.
Yeah, that's an outstanding job.
And he finds Hoch in the end zone for a
Cooper H.
touchdown.
Who brought us that touchdown, by the way?
That touchdown was brought to you by Sunset 17 Studios right here in Costa Mesa. So that effectively put an end to the CDM season. I know they weren't expecting to go out. I mean, in the playoffs, every game is, could be potentially your last. I mean, I thought CDM was going to win, but, Yorba Linda is a great team, and you got to give them credit.
Well, remember, Yorba Linda has only lost one game in the last 2 years.
Right.
In fact, after last week's win, Coach O'Shea is very complimentary towards their program and, the job that Coach Bailey's doing over there. He's he knew that was going to be a battle, and it was. I thought it'd be a lot more competitive, but, give Yorba credit. They did what they had to do, and, CDM, you had a great year. You came up a little short of your goal, but they lose some seniors, but they got some great guys coming back. So we enjoyed covering them. That's a good football team, and we wish you the best going forward. Great group of seniors.
Yeah, all the best of the CDM guys there. It was an honor and a privilege to cover them this year. And, they've got some guys that are going to go on and play college. Rasor's going to be at UC Davis. It'll be, fun to follow those guys and watch how their careers evolve.
We have a lot of excuses now to tailgate next year. We got a lot of players at different schools we can go watch in pregame.
Yeah.
So I thank you to all the seniors of the whole league for that matter, because now we got a lot more football to watch on Saturdays. So we're looking forward to it.
So thank you again to Sunset 17 Studios for sponsoring CDM, and congratulations, Sea Kings, on a great season. So, Coach, Los Alamitos had to take on the #1 team in the entire United States.
I didn't think we'd be listening to that song 3 times tonight, but this was the one game I thought we would have to listen to it. But, yeah, man, they ran to a buzzsaw, and let's just get into it.
Yep. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Philip DiMatteo Realty. For all your real estate needs in Southern California, Philip DiMatteo is your guy to call.
And by the way, Phil, if I were you, I'd start going to some more Los Al football games. I can think about 4 or 5 guys on that team right now that might be potential clients in a couple of years. All right, they're going to be looking at Rossmore, Seal Beach, because the trajectory they're on, I'd start building some relationships. Just saying.
Very true. So can we go ahead and go to those highlights, please, Murphy?
If we must.
So early on in the game, Mater Dei driving deep in Los Al territory, trying to draw the Griffins off sides here. Doesn't work, though. Looks like Mater Dei's got a touchdown here, but watch Gavin Porch. Look at this coverage. Stride for stride with the Mater Dei receiver. Boom, knocks it away, saves the touchdown.
That's a great job by Gavin in the end zone.
A little later on in the game, again, Mater Dei deep in the Griffin territory. But watch Isaiah Dorsey here from the safety position. Look at his head. He's looking over to that. It's an empty formation. He's looking to the 4 receiver side, spying it a little bit. And watch what he does. Goes back to the middle. Now he sees that the Mater Dei quarterback is firmly locked in on his receiver. He wants to throw that slant route.
He's going to jump it. Let's see. Does he jump it?
Dorsey's not having any of that.
And picks it.
Picks it.
Nice job. Get Dorsey on the spot.
Here's our guy, Sinn Brennan, the newest addition to the Aztec family at San Diego State. Watch him get these arms up here and block this pass.
Yeah, doing a little T.J. Watt impersonation there. Nothing wrong with that.
Los Alamitos was forced to punt. Nice high punt here. Takes a Griffin bounce, and boom, the Mater Dei punt returner.
Muffed it.
Couldn't hold on to it.
Yep.
And you got 4 Griffins right on the spot. Griffins recover the ball. And then this last highlight is being brought to you by Philip DiMatteo Realty. And I want to point out who's in it at quarterback right here. Jaden O'Neal. This is a true freshman. This kid's a freshman. So Griffins.
We got a freshman.
Yes.
In the CIF semifinals.
Correct.
The open division against the #1 team in the country.
Correct.
All right, let's see what he does.
So this is something to smile about, Griffin Nation. Yeah, not happy about the loss, but this is something to smile about moving forward into the future. Watch the poise that this young man has, and watch this ball that he throws. Perfect on-target pass. Great effort by Ethan O'Connor going up to high point the ball and reel it in. So there were some bright spots in this game for Los Al. Like I said, season didn't end the way they wanted it to. Game didn't go the way they wanted it to. But, man, the future is bright. I saw them at the Battle of the Beach this summer, Los Al that is, and I saw those 4 freshmen that they got, playing catch, and I was like, oh, my gosh, those guys are freshmen?
Yeah, here's the thing, and here's my issue. They can have the greatest team in the world, but until CIF figures out this whole modern-day Bosco thing, which I have no issues with. Okay, they've gotten as good as they've gotten on their own. That's fine. But they're at a level now where it's ridiculous. Your 2 semifinal games, I think the score was like 96-6 or something outrageous.
Ridiculous like that.
Now, CIF changed the format a couple years ago because they wanted more equity. And in their defense, Divisions 2 through 16 or whatever it is have been great. The idea that the 1 and 2 seed gets a free ride to the semis are over. All these games, for the most part, have been battles. And just imagine Division 1 without Modern Day and Bosco. How great. You could have had, Los Al and Corona Centennial on one semi.
Edison and Pauley on the other, or Mission.
Whoever. Edison.
Yeah.
I mean, those would be great games.
Absolutely.
I don't want to watch Modern Day or Bosco wipe out all their opponents. Like, what's the point? It's stupid. You've done so many good things. Terry Donahue, when I was at UCLA, he had this saying, and I loved it. He says, if you don't fix something, you're allowing it to happen.
Right.
So
you're
CIF,
part of the problem.
You need to fix this.
Right.
Okay. Otherwise, you're allowing this to happen. And I want to see these teams have a chance. The reward for going to Division 1 this year was almost a punishment.
Right.
Right. Why are the best teams getting served up like that? So just send them off to a national tournament. Let them just play in their own thing. Really, Los Al and Mission should just called each other and said, "Hey, you just want to play on our own? Just have a bowl game."
Well, they're playing next year. They're playing next year.
It's different. But we'll talk about it in the fan zone because I've got some real issues with this. And again, I really have no dog in the fight. Yeah, we're the Sunset Rewind, and I want to see those teams do well. But just as a fan, come on. I mean, it's gotten ridiculous. So that's my spiel.
Thank you very much to Philip DiMatteo Realty for your sponsorship, and congratulations to the Griffins. It was a great season. It was an honor and a privilege to cover you guys. Wonderful speaking with all the Griffin Nation families, the Nelsons, the Lemons, the Brennans. It was great.
To all the teams in the Sunset League, we got one more episode. It's our fan zone, and this is it for the year, really. I don't know what we're going to do in the offseason, but it has been one of the most enjoyable experiences.
Absolutely. Covering
you guys, getting to know the players, the coaches, your families. We wish you all the best of luck going forward. I can't wait to watch some of these guys play on Saturday. We've got a lot of tailgating coming up, but that's fine by me.
Yeah, we do.
Possibly a couple Sunday guys. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, it's been awesome. We really appreciate you giving us access to your games because I wouldn't trade this for anything.
Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Happy trails.
I never knew how much you loved me.